My name's Shannon Payne. I'm founder, CEO of Allied Fire Protection. Allied Fire Protection is a member of the community. We're in the business of saving lives and protecting property, but we're also in the business of developing team members. So I think we're in the business of developing people and making our communities safer and better places to be. You know, I built a business plan. I said, what is it going to take, right? We need relationships. We need people to trust us. We need people to believe in us, right? That's why I'm so big on customer relationships, developing those, the values, the trust. That was a key thing, integrity. They had to know that's who we were. We incorporated in 98, and we did our first job in 1999. You just take it one day, one customer, one person at a time, and next thing you know, you got 15, 20, 30 customers. All of a sudden, structure becomes more important. We talk about a value of ownership. You got to have those people that are accountable, that take responsibility for what they do. That way we can learn from our failures, we can learn from our wins, pass on best practices, things like that. In 2018, there was some pressure to sell the company. As I struggled with it, something became clear, though. Became clear that my journey has just begun. It's not the way I want it to end. It's not the legacy that I want to leave. That's when I decided not to sell the company. I reached out to a consulting company and said, hey, you know, who is Allied Fire Protection? You know, here's what I think they are. But at the end of the day, it's what my team thinks. That's who we are. That's the face of our company. And so they reached out. They wanted to know, why are you here? And that's where we established our values, right? This is why they love working for you. This is who you are. And so it wasn't until that time that I looked at people and said, you know what? I'm looking at this first. Because if you have these values, you can do anything for this company. And our success has risen dramatically from that point on. I was born in 1970. My brother was born in 68. We were a lower middle class family when you look directly at my mom and dad. Unfortunately, they were drug addicts. So they had custody of us and they just couldn't manage us. And then from there, my grandmother, she had 7 kids of her own. She wanted to take me in, but she had her own challenges, right? So eventually she got remarried in 75 and she married a Mason. They got me enrolled into the Masonic Home and School. It's an orphanage, a boys and girls home. And that was from 76 to 81. I recently got to go back and a lot of different memories came up. And actually I did some pretty neat things. I was in a math club. I ran track and field. I got to box. I did tournaments. I competed. I did all those things that a lot of teenagers don't get to do. The difference is that I just wanted to know what normal was, right? And I wanted to know what was on the other side of the fences and why can't I be there? And so I derived a plan. I'm gonna run away. I'm not gonna ask. I was scared of rejection. I felt like if I got there to Houston where my family was, they wouldn't tell me no. So when I ran away, I stayed with my grandmother the first 6 months, and down the street from her was one of her daughters. Sandy Chipman. That was like my mother. She put everything into raising her family, and she was the one who took me from there. I went to high school and on to college. My first couple of years in college, I still came home, and that's where I stayed. You know, after I graduated college, I worked for corporate America. Really enjoyed it. Was learning a lot. I was in operations. And as I got in there and started learning it, I was really, really intrigued with all the moving parts. But my first really eye-opener was when I met the CEO, and we just started talking business, and he asked me what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And well, I wanted to be the CEO, just like you. And they said, well, let me tell you something then. That's what you want? Stay in operations. Learn the operations up and down. The fact of the matter is, that's who we are. This is what we are. So everything else either supports it. If you want to sell it, you're selling operations, you're supporting operations. So why wouldn't you want to master operations? So in 1997, I was on a journey of what's next. And so it led to my best friend. He was in the fire sprinkler, life safety business. And I'm sitting there, it's right underneath me. Here it is. He started out as a helper, to a fitter, to a foreman, to a superintendent. The problem was, okay, great, we got this. Now, what does it take to open it, right? I was de facto CEO. Now I was in charge of strumming up business. I went to customers, I introduced myself, I was relentless. And at the end of the day, all I could tell them is that I promise you, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Integrity in your word is everything. You build these relationships, you come in, you nurture them, you build upon that. And I knew if I could leverage the relationships that I built to form new ones and not do that same groundwork that I was doing, oh, the sky's the limit, right? And this is what I've learned for the first 18 years. So I'm gonna build a platform here that I'm gonna train and develop. The training and development is gonna give my team plenty of opportunity to advance and grow. I'm gonna build a robust safety program, really enhancing the benefits and the salaries and the opportunities with my team. And that was the new chapter in the new day. Reflecting back, there was a lot of people that cared. There was a lot of people that wanted to make a difference. And so when I think about that school, those are the things I gravitate towards, how I grew from those experiences. I never look at the negative things and dwell on that and said, oh, I wish this or I wish that. But the value of humanity and putting people first, absolutely that school was pivotal and molded me and given me the value base that I carried with me today, no doubt about it. There's been a lot of people that's had a lot more challenges than me, right? Everybody's dealt different hands. At the end of the day, you want them to take and look at the story and go, hey, here's a company that when they say something, we can believe them. Know that you have a team that puts people first, right? A team that understands their place and their purpose and understands that the community plays a pivotal role in the development of not only individuals, but of companies. And we're just happy to be a part of that.